Good afternoon, and for some of you, good evening, and other times of day. Welcome to another Link to the Past Pseudo Cross Keys playoff action. This time we have the OKDUDES, represented by Teletar, versus Ramon of the Divine Beastie Boys. My name is Tracy M. With me today is the Titan. How you doing, Titan?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, and we're gonna have a fantastic race here today, hopefully, between OK Dudes and Divine Beastie Boys. OK Dudes are up 2-0, so they can clinch their win here today, but I think Ramon has some other plans for that.
Yeah. The last time I called Ramon's race, his team was up 2-0, and he managed to pull it off. This time he's in a slightly more difficult situation. Does have to win this game, to keep the overall match going. But yeah, I mean, he is one of the best. Tells are also one of the best. This should be a good race, and Cross Keys does weird things sometimes. So.
Oskis does a lot of weird things, but yeah, when you get this far into any tournament, there are going to be very, very good runners left.
Absolutely, we are in the semifinals of the entire playoff. So, and here we go. Both starting at Sank, both getting lots of money, which is nice early. Both showing off those pseudo boots that will allow us to run, but won't allow us to do all the necessary things that boots normally do. We do have a CAC Rico start, so that's nice.
Yeah, really, really nice to have a saving within CAC, because you have connectors here most of the time.
Nothing useful right now. As soon as the runners get some bombs, they can go get the items from the back of escapes.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, pseudo boots means that yes, we can dash, but that is it. We cannot hover, we cannot bonk.
You can bonk. The bonk distance is lessened so that most of the gaps that we typically think of in terms of using the boots to bonk off of are not available to us. There are a few exceptions, and they're actually pretty notable exceptions, but nothing that puts anything in logic. So the most notable exception being the bonk to the ice armos, which is not logically needed for anything because there are other ways to get around that, but it does make it an easier move to do. Oh, hey, look at that. Nice. That's so nice. And a hammer for Ramon. Yeah, so they're both gonna get that hammer. Ramon will find this cave as soon as he gets a bomb. And there's all our bombs. Oh, he's gonna buy bombs. That's so sad. Maybe it's 50 rupees that by the end of the game we won't care about, but it just makes me sad.
Not really.
He spent those bombs and it did not need to do that.
Now,
and and that just a little insult to injury there on the early bombs.
Yeah, so we did get the brothers connector, but the reason they couldn't go through it was they had no bombs. You cannot bonk open that door with pseudo.
I was so interested in the bomb situation for Telethar in the Hype Cave. I didn't notice anything else that was there, but I don't think he got anything else that was there. I mean, I don't think there was anything else interesting, so.
No, not really.
Ramon finding okay, it looks like for a second he might have chosen to go through that, but nope, gonna walk right out.
Yeah, our runners are splitting up the Kakariko village here, but they are gonna check every single entrance here.
Well, they haven't found anything to distract them away from it, except the one connector where they didn't have bombs right away, so saving that for last makes a lot of sense. Or even doing other things first, because with the save and quit spot right there at the well, very easy to get back to those locations.
Yeah, so nothing else of use.
Yeah, Ramon got a refund for his bomb purchase. Telling you, 5-item caves in Cross Keys just don't like to have a lot of things. We'll see if this one proves me wrong.
Yeah, just move slightly down the village.
Blindside, give us something good. Small key to Hera. Map again. It's Tower. Completely useless map. A useless single rupee. Mostly useless heart piece, although it's early, so, getting 4 of those will give us a heart, and that isn't so bad. And another mostly useless heart piece. Yeah, that was that was very underwhelming.
Not great. Taro Hero small key. Usually don't want to see that, but it's fine to have, I guess.
I mean, you'd rather have it now than after you've completed the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the bottom of Spiral Cave, so not ideal, because now when we find Spiral Cave, it'll literally just be for the item. Won't be for the connector. Although you don't really want Spiral Cave to be a relevant connector, because it's a pain to get back to.
That is the closest smith we can get to the frog. Well, library, but that's literally the same screen as the frog is in the Dark World. Probably gonna check back.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. We haven't actually looked at Link's house yet. There's an item sitting there.
Yeah, but it's just one check.
Yeah, but there's other things there too. Oh, I'm not saying they shouldn't do this first. I'm just saying we have not looked at Link's house.
Yeah, but you have to save and quit out of here anyway.
You don't have to, but you want to.
I mean, unless you find the actual small key to get to the middle.
Yeah, but even then, that takes a while to walk back there. No, I'm just talking about the fact you can walk out of the back of escape there if you want to. Just no one wants to do that because it's slow. But we have powder at Link's house, so that's a nice early find. Found it before we found the bat drop down, so we'll be able to get that item immediately upon finding it.
Yep. We did find the useless fairy. So I believe that says there's at least one item behind Ganfall. I believe that is the only really useless drop down.
We have a big key on Lake Hylia Island that we're probably going to need to get later. Small key to Turtle Rock.
Green Guard really fancy his fencing skills today.
Do an early Eastern check. Haven't done any of the North Light World stuff. There's still a couple of drop downs we haven't seen. The nice thing about Eastern here is there are no glove locations, so you do this now, you're not orphaning any entrances. The bad thing about it is it'd be really nice to be able to pair this up with the Dark World checks in the same area with the mirror. Very often you don't get a chance to do that anyway, so this is a good way to avoid the glove orphans that often come up.
I mean, what else do we have? We have the northern part of the Light World.
Yeah, we have most of the drop downs we haven't done, and you know the wells out there somewhere. We have the powder for Magic Bat, so maybe there's actually something there.
Yeah.
There's a small key to Hyrule Castle. That's a nice small key to find. With our current Sankstar, it doesn't really mean anything. It does put the items in the castle in logic, but it actually does. I mean, if we get Lamp, maybe you do Dark Cross from the back. I don't know if I'd worry about that right now.
Nah.
But it's it's an early indicator that when you get to the castle, you just do the items. You don't have to think twice because it's all in logic.
I think logic is the best thing about that key.
There are some Sankstars where you're just thrilled to see that key because you know if you have like an either Aga blocked drop down, being able to get that small key early and not have to worry about possibly killing an Aga to get both the items in Zelda Cell and in the back is really nice. Early GT small key doesn't do anything for us right now because we haven't found Ganon's tower, but likely we're going to need some of those. Althar decides to start doing the south shore, go towards the south shore. We find Potion Shop, which is that's a really nice location for that, both for turning in the mushroom and potentially buying potions later. We're gonna get some divergence. Telthar's gonna do the traditional start sequence, which is the fake flipper over here, to check the potion shop, the vanilla potion shop, and the drop downs here. Ramon wants to see what's going on in the Lost Woods.
I think this feels like our runners are doing the same checks
I think they're
across
going to
the
meet in
North
the middle.
World and meet in the middle, yeah.
Yeah. We do see Ganon is in the Lost Woods. Like there was nothing in the potion shop. Oh, hi, Real Boots.
Nice and early. Now, Teleport is not gonna miss those.
No, he's not missing those at all. And he's not gonna be slowed down by not having them because there's nothing to bonk here. Well, he's gonna miss bonk rocks, so that could be potentially significant, but mostly it should be fine. 20 rupees in the drop down. No, he's gonna save and quit. So he might just follow Ramon from the northwest, which would be better for him anyway. Well behind Aga 2, the classic. Always bait. I'm telling you right now, it's always bait. It's always bait for me. We'll see what the runners end up doing. I mean, it's gonna look awfully good when we get those 2 Castle Tower Smalls, a sword, and a lamp to want to do that.
So that was a big key to Thieves Town. So right now, we don't want to see Thieves Town entrance. Because that is a dungeon we could technically almost clear.
Oh, we could do 7 out of 8 checks, but no one wants to do Hammer Blind with 4 hearts in green mail.
Nope, absolutely not. Which means if we find it, one of the runners are gonna do it.
I don't know. I mean, this early, you don't know if it's a pendant or a crystal. I'm not sure I would rush it, especially without an actual sword.
If you get a sword, you do it.
I'm not even sure I would do it with the sword. Not without the small key and the hammer, and not knowing if it's a pendant or a crystal, especially if it's an easy to get back to spot.
Yeah. And look, a sword.
Yay, sword and paradox.
Yeah, boots and sword go well together.
Yeah. Okay, tell us, are getting the bad news about the well location.
A lot of money.
And a mushroom.
Ugh.
Yeah, that'll be good for Ramon. That'll be really easy to turn in on the end of his route if he wants to. Whereas Telthar will have to go a little more out of the way to turn that mushroom in. You might see the runners turn it in quickly because we do know where that potion shop is. It is really easy to get to. We have powder, so we don't even have to think about fake powder. And
So
Paradox Haze took us to the mountain.
Yeah, and Telethar quickly checked the stun price today, which is 1 rupee.
Vanilla. Okay, we do find the castle. Ramon's just gonna do it. I expect he'll do Dark Cross too. It's pretty easy to Dark Cross, especially with the sword, even without the lamp, especially from the front. I don't know that he'll check the other connectors when he still has all of the mountain to check out.
Oh, that's a
Moon Pearl, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even the one that the small key puts in logic, though. Like, that's in logic without the small key, so it's a little disappointing.
What else does Ramon find here? Nah.
I mean, he's a little low. Was a little low. Gets to 7 now, but we're past most of the situations where you need a lot of bombs. Elthar gonna find his way to the mountain as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're setting up a death ball around here.
Oh yeah, you want to be able to go back to the front here and most likely do Dark Cross and then go back and do other entrances. Probably not gonna actually. I don't imagine I don't think he's gonna check the other exits until he's done the rest of the mountain. Wouldn't surprise me if he went back to those after clearing out the rest of the mountain. Actually, isn't even gonna do Dark Cross yet. Might see if he can have either at least more health. Maybe finds that lamp.
Yeah.
I do have it on good authority that Ramon tends not to go out of logic as much as a lot of runners. Although skipping a lamp is pretty standard, working around the lamp.
And we do want to find the old man before we dive further into any cross-kiss shenanigans.
Yeah,
that's
there's a desert entrance. It's a little unfortunate now. After he does the rest of the mountain, he's gonna have choices as to whether to check desert out in terms of connectors or whether to check out Hyrule Castle. Obviously, Telethor will have the same choice.
And this is the Old Man Rescue. Now, the Old Man Rescue can be in any of these entrances that we have on the west side of that mountain, except the Uncle's Cave.
Right. And that
There is a crash that happens if you actually put it there, so that's why we don't have it there.
It also can be in every once in a while it'll hang out in the Tower of Hera, so, which is not usually what you like to see.
Nope.
Old man has a small key to Totorock for us today. Let's see if Telethar goes and does Dark Cross now, or if he also, like Ramon, wants to do it later. We find Hera, which we have no big key for, we have no hookshot for, but we do have a small key for, but no fire source to actually use that small key.
Yeah, so it's 2 checks and out.
Yeah, a little surprised, Ramon. This early, still on green mail, did not pick up that heart container.
Yeah, that was also just a hard piece in the lobby chest, so yeah.
Yeah, full heart this early, still pretty useful.
Oh, wow.
We find desert. I'm sorry, not desert, Eastern. So, like, all the Light World dungeons except back of desert are accessible from the mountain. And Ramon says, you know what? I am not an Eastern skipper. And Telthar also not going to be an Eastern skipper today. Of course, that's a team in the other semifinals.
I'm not sure about that bomb toss out the front door.
I don't know what that was. I see a representative from that team. Looks a little sad that they're both in Eastern without the ability to full clear it. But this is 3 items in logic and a 4th one that we can get with going through the dark rooms. And we do have the potential for a triple dip if Big Key shows up before Bo here, which is, I think, the scariest part of doing this early.
Yeah. Now, our runners have been fairly consistent in following each other. Now, Telethar did a little bit more, has done a couple more checks before he went up the mountain. But yeah, pretty much even at this point.
Yeah, Telethar has already done the useless fairy drop down. Ramon has not gotten over there yet, so right now that is the difference in where they're at in Eastern Palace. Okay, we're done with in logic chests now. Ramon is going to go for this out of logic chest, which I completely agree with. I think this is the easiest dark room to do in the game. It doesn't have any torches to light up, so even if we had the advanced logic with the fire rod, it would not be in logic with that.
Yeah, I think the old man rescue is slightly easier.
No, I completely disagree. I never practiced this room once. Old man rescue, I had to learn how to do. So
okay.
Completely disagree. Let's see what we got. We got a piece heart out of logic. Turn it back. So Eastern really didn't have anything useful for us. And that was, yeah, and Ramon decides not to death warp, decides to save and quit. Is gonna check another bonk location. And finds Castle Tower, which we can't do a whole lot in.
One check. Telethar has not rescued the old man, so he really wants to go back and do that.
Oh yeah, of course. And we'll see if he chooses to check anything more in either Desert or Hyrule Castle.
So that was a big key. We don't know for what.
Of course not.
Because Ramon's stream decided to lag slightly. I think our tracker has... No, sorry, we had that big key before. We don't know yet where it was to.
Telethar also not going to grab that container heart. And there's the magic bat at the castle.
There's some arrows we're cursed with today.
I think what we haven't seen is Lumberjack and Uncle.
Yep.
So one of those is behind. I don't think anyone checks Sank. One of those is going to be behind the Agate 2 drop, which you hope isn't Uncle, because that's just with the Uncle drop down. Doesn't matter where you find it, you can always get it unless it's behind Agate 2, and then you can't do it.
So let's see. Teleport stays a little bit longer up on the mountain. Might check out desert.
Yeah, I would do desert. The one chest, you can get 2 items because we have boots, and then you can check a connector.
Ramon did turn in his mushroom.
Yeah,
So
given how close the potion shop is, it'll be a very easy check when he wants to go that direction. He's just gonna drop right down because we already know this isn't Ganon. Like a heart piece on the torch. Skipping heart pieces, I'm much happier. Skipping full heart containers when you're this early, but yeah, I can understand skipping the heart piece, especially with the torch. Is a little bit slower than picking up that heart container would have been. Here's our lumberjack, and it's a big key. We might have seen that in Telethar side, I'm not sure.
No, he never went there.
Oh, that's right. He saved and quit after he went and checked the fairy drop down. Here's our first look at the Dark World, and to the that shop that has the red shield. I think some people call it the Curiosity Shop. I kind of call it the dumb location because it's just kind of out of the way of everything.
And the mushroom has a small key to Thieves Town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full clear Thieves Town now.
Yeah. So now we want to find it. I mean, it's a dense item location, and it's a pretty decent chance it's not pendant.
I mean, I'm not worried about finding Thieves Town right now. I just know if I do find it, I'm clearing it. As long as I don't, if I either don't know whether it's a pendant or a crystal, or if I know it's a crystal. If it's a pendant, I'm happy never to see it.
True. Now we are getting some new checks here. Ooh, mini Moldom cave.
Let's see if this 5-item cave can live up to some. Oh, we saw Spectacle Rock Cave from one side. Now we get to see it from the other side. Find out what we have. It's a small key.
Yeah.
We'll see if Telethar decides to take the connector. We have not seen the other end of this. I think there was a small. Was there a small key in there? I didn't. I'm so trying to watch both, and I missed both small keys.
I don't think there was a small key there, but there was a small key with Telethar.
Yeah, what was that one?
Castle Town.
Castle Tower. Okay. I'm not happy to see those. I don't want to see any Castle Tower small keys. Just keep me away from that well. Fire rod for Ramon. That's a nice item.
That's a good fire source to have. Unfortunately, you already went to Heroines.
I mean, there's still a lot to do on the mountain, so that fire rod could come into play later.
Yeah, we are getting some more divergence now.
Yeah, Telethar finding his way into Skull Woods here. Can't do it because no fire source and no small key.
Yeah, but Ramon can.
Ramon also doesn't have a small key, so no, he can't. He'd have to go steal the key from the front area.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some really nice save and quit points today.
Amazing. We have a Village of Outcast spot. We have a Kakariko spot. One's gonna do this bomb jump, but I guess he didn't see this from the other side. A small key to swamp. That's a pretty big sequence break. Not used to seeing that for Ramon. Of course, it didn't really get him anything. Just another accessible cave. We are going to see the other side of this from him, though. And Misery Mire area. We don't have to worry about that ether medallion because we're never going to have to go through it. Well, you can't even go through it because you can't do Spec Rock Cave from the bottom.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Telthar at Dig Game. Bad Ice Rod Cave. And a flute for Telthar is really nice. Doesn't open anything up, but is going to make travel a lot easier. Those other connectors at Hyrule Castle and at Desert are going to be much more accessible now with that flute.
Oh no, we found Swamp Small and it's the green pen.
Yeah, not ideal. Got a Master Sword and another Turtle. We've been finding Turtle Rock small keys. It could be significant. Dark Link's House Bonk Rocks. Shot Cave, which we can do one item. I don't know if we're going to see any hovering from either one of these guys. But we do get the In Logic chest as a book. Good to find that before the book locations are accessible, I suppose. You're going to have to find that.
Yeah. I've seen the hook shot there once.
Oh, I've seen the hook shot there multiple times. So.
It's just where you go there and, oh.
Not sure. I've seen it at least once in a cross keys, but I've seen it more often in just regular.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big key to Turtle Rock. Okay, so where are all the Turtle Rock entrances that they're giving us all these keys for?
Yeah.
No cane, so there's still a lot of things we can't do, but there's going to be a lot of things we can do with those keys. Another connector. Looks like Telthar choosing not to take it.
I don't think we've seen the other one of that, so cautious.
Well, a lot of connectors will take you to places that you need a mirror to exploit.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have that yet, so... most of our entries, we can get into a lot of our entries, but we still have no glove, so there's always the risk that you go through one of those and it takes you to a glove-locked entrance. And of course, there's always the Pyramid Fairy entrance and the Vanilla Ganon's Tower entrance, which you'll never be able... Well, Pyramid Fairy, you can't go right back in, typically. And GT entrance, you just can't go back in. And there's Ice Palace that we can't do anything with because we don't have Bombos or Fire Rod. Or Telethar doesn't have Bombos or Fire Rod. Or Ramon could do it. But he's up here in the Skull Woods area.
Yeah, interesting play for Skull Woods here. But yeah, the Fire Rod probably draws in here a little bit because he can't do the back entrance here.
Yeah, I like to wait until I have either the Fire Rod or the big key so that I'm not leaving something orphaned. It is 5 items checks. In this area, well, 4 without the big key, and you do get you can pick up a small key for the back, as long as the layout isn't really bad. It is possible to not come out of here with a small key if you take the wrong drop down in a bad layout.
Yeah, and that's Spiral Cave in the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, we saw the other side of that, and it wasn't anywhere useful.
No. Oh, hi,
there's our teeth out. Yeah, Telethar doesn't have the small key yet. That's
yeah. But he is gonna clear it, maybe.
Well, he's gonna do the front 4, and then he'll reassess.
Did he get the big key?
It's not showing up on his tracker, so I'm gonna trust in our tracker Slowpoke. Trackers always are MVPs, keeping track of the things that are difficult to keep track of. Doing extra duty, double duty today because we only have 1 tracker, and typically we like to have 2 for cross keys.
Yeah, we get confirmation from chat that he does not have the big key, so it's just the 4 first checks and then dipping out.
I mean, if there's something in the big chest, that's actually really good for him. And if there's nothing in the big chest, then possibly neutral. And if it turns out to be a pendant that he doesn't need to clear in the end,
Why
then
is he walking north then?
well, maybe he does have the big key. Well, we're about to find out. Is this gonna bonk or
Yeah,
is it gonna? Yeah, he does have the big key.
he
There
does
you
have
go.
it.
Okay, so if this is... So this could be a big waste of time for Telethar. It could be really good play for Telethar, or he could orphan an important item. So this is a big unknown right now. We won't find out until Ramon gets here. And it still has stuff to do in Skullwoods, though. Takes the small key that he stole from the middle section to open this back door. We'll be able to replace it with the always a small key pinball room key. Another GT small.
Quite a few of those now.
Okay, he's gonna save and quit with that small key. Ramon can now do Skullwoods if he wants to, the back of.
Yeah, this big chest that Telethar is skipping could be big this game.
Yeah, it could be big or could be a
if
waste
there's...
of time for Ramon when he gets there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we just don't know.
But Telethar is not coming back for this check for at least 1.5 more hours.
It'll be a while.
Yeah. So far, nothing in Thieves Town. There was a blue goo, but yeah. Also, props to Telethar for
Good
actually
job.
not going
Remembering,
into the...
remembering that he doesn't have a glove, both going in and leaving.
Muscle memory is the hardest memory to forget.
Okay, let's see what this is. Is it a pendant or a crystal?
It's not a green pendant, we know that.
Useful item. Yes, very useful item.
Oh. Okay.
And it's a pendant. So, good
Yeah.
news, bad news. Although, already knowing the Swamp Palace is a green pendant and the real possibility that hookshot is only going to lead to checks that I don't actually want to do, I'm less excited about it, even though it's my favorite item.
I like it because we have multiple GT smokies.
Oh no, I'm not.
GT.
I love the hookshot. It's my favorite item, but like, I'd like it better if Swamp Palace were a crystal. I'd also like it better if Thieves Town had been a crystal. So we still don't know if that hookshot is even. The hookshot could very well not be hard required. Most runners know how to get to the left side of GT without it, and most will do so. Ramon, who could do Ice Palace if he wanted to, well, can't finish it because no glove, but could at least enter it with that fire rod, chooses not to.
Yeah.
We have no small keys. For him, no hookshot, no Cane of Samaria. It's a pretty awful check without something.
Still haven't checked Vanilla Sank.
No, it was,
Did we?
It was, yeah, one of them did. It was, Lumberjack. With an item. I don't remember what the item was, but that probably means it was worthless. So we do have an Uncle drop.
Oh, right.
Behind Agatu, which is, as I said, the worst place of any, in my opinion, the absolute worst connector drop is that Uncle drop behind Agatu, because anywhere else you can just do it.
Now, Ramon is checking this grandmother.
Oh, that's a glove. We're in a dark room. Is that? Is that Castle Top?
Yeah.
Right, because he had the small key.
Yeah.
So glove behind lamp.
Yeah. But one glove.
I don't really want the second glove. We can avoid it.
No, but it's just that, yeah, that glove might have been your logical myths.
Oh, very, very possible. Although I have a feeling that the lamp is somewhere that's accessible pretty early that we just haven't gotten to yet. Healthar finally finding the magic bat.
Ramon is, yeah, gonna find out, oh, I could have been here a little bit earlier than I was. Not too much.
I mean, that connector doesn't take him anywhere particularly interesting simply because we have such easy access from the save and quit. Thankfully, that is not our only way to get to the Dark World.
Despite
Hey,
our
time to
runners,
activate the flute.
yeah. So despite our runners' very different routes, they're activating the flutes together.
That's pretty good. Oh, right. Chat reminded me there was a big key at the Sanctuary drop, at the Lumberjack drop at Sanctuary. So, probably going to be significant. And Telethar, I think, I'm not sure which one saw it, which one didn't. Telethar not rushing there with the glove. Imagine he'll get there relatively soon, though. Whether he saw it or not, because, you know.
I like this play from Ramon, getting quickly over here to the light shopping mall. 2 quick checks. Parenthesis. Unfortunately, no glove.
With the flute's not as bad to orphan that particular.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Town.
That
That could be bad. That could be bad for Ramon.
It could be really bad or really good. I mean, if there's nothing behind the hook shot and Ramon never finds it, it's not gonna bait him into doing all those checks. But if the hook shot is hard required for something, or if Ramon chooses to stay in logic and not do the left side GT checks, it would be really bad if he chose not to do Thieves Town because it's a pendant. So
yeah,
that's a really interesting situation here.
Now, GT small keys. I think we can get most of the stuff along the left side here if we use both of them.
We could get everything. We just can't logically do everything.
Yeah.
As long as if you're gonna go to the back with 2 small keys, you need to do it on the left side and still have a key left.
Yeah. Now, these checks are technically logically.
Yeah, these are absolutely logical. There's no technical about it. These 4 right here. Anything beyond this needs more small keys, but we don't worry about that right now. Still, Ramon gonna do some of this. Gonna do some of pod here. We found. Looks like he's gonna break the right side, and then we'll do the in logic checks from there. No, he doesn't have any small keys unless he already used it. Did he use it? Yeah, I guess we haven't seen pod smalls yet.
No, and I missed what was in that fireball chest.
Oh, apparently we saw a lamp in pod.
Oh, well,
and that was a Sphere 1 location, so yeah, the lamp was very easily available.
Yeah.
So Telethar here, when he gets the Ice Armos, is gonna unless we find something good to use in Rando Room, or perhaps in Bob's chest, he's gonna have an absolutely awful fight with the Armos Knights. Now he does have a sword, which is better than the boomerang. So I don't want to see chat going off with the 48 shots per Armos Knight on the boomerang, but the sword's not great.
Not really.
Key to pod. So
So
locked
Ramon,
behind 4
Ramon,
GT smalls is a big Ketapod.
yeah, and Ramon really wants that second castle power, the first castle power small key to get his
Yeah,
glove.
that would be that would get him that glove.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing good there.
Are we gonna do hammer strats?
Oh, that sounds like a horrible idea. I would just poke with the sword here. If you can keep the Armos Knights from moving, they actually won't move until they all can move. The hammer does, of course, do more damage, but the hitbox of the hammer makes it really tough to get in there.
Yeah. Now, Telephar has a blue goo. So he has the help to play with.
Oh, nice connector over to... We don't have to worry about Pyramid Fairy, because we find a connector. That might have been back of Old Man. To get us over there.
With blue goo, you actually have to use it, so...
Well, he's still got 1.5 hearts. He's not... You can take one more hit before he has to consider using it, and probably should at that point.
Because you don't want that red guard hopping towards you on half a heart.
He's got a good rhythm going now, so I don't blame him for just going ahead and going for this.
Yeah.
It is very dangerous, though. Okay, got it.
He really wanted to save that potion.
There's a Castle Tower small key.
Oh.
Between the two of them, we can get the well now. And it was a GT small there as well.
Yeah, and Ramon is going into this town. I hope for his sake that he... Well, if the hookshot locks...
I hope he finishes it more, because I want to see what's in the big chest. It's early enough that I think you just do this, because, you know... What else do you have? That fire rod would have done a little bit of damage on the Armos, so I just wouldn't have had the enough shots to do a ton of damage. It looks like Ramon is going to finish it, so he's going to get that hook shot.
Yep.
And more importantly, we get to know what's in the big chest.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, Aryan chat telling me it's 6 shots for 1 kill on the fire rod, so... I suppose if you have full magic walking in, maybe you save that for the last one. Of course, Telthar getting it right afterwards. Couldn't make use of it. Okay, Telthar thinking about doing the hookshot thing in there in the bumper cave.
And he is.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna go back. Actually, he's got the cave, so he doesn't even need to use the hookshot. But it can be in logic to use that hookshot to drop down like this. It's also quicker to do it this way if you have both.
Oh, that's a good... Not just crossing that exit out. Not have to worry about it.
Never have to worry about checking checkerboard. It's it's a little bit of a... That's a nice little thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain entrances that are just nice to find connections to just for that reason, and only that reason.
Yeah. I am worried that Ramon might put off going back to Castle Tower for his glove, because not only is it a glove, but it is also a much easier way back into the Dark World. You don't have to rely on your connectors.
Oh, I mean, I'm not worried about their entrance into the Dark World, because we do have a Village of Outcast. Just the fact that it's a glove.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a bigger
Yeah.
deal. And it's just a
Yeah,
compass,
true.
so Telethar's probably never getting that compass to Hera.
Yeah, not much hookshot locked here in Hookshot Cave.
We're gonna find out where this goes to, though. No mirror for this. Oh, well. So we'll probably have to go through that again just to get the mirror for the floating island check, unless we manage to see it ahead of time and know it's nothing. And we find Misery Mire, which we, see, looks like we have the big key to it, but we don't have the Cane of Samaria, so this will be 7 checks. No small key, so 2 of those checks will be out of logic, but I imagine Telethar does them anyway. I could see skipping the cutscene chest, since it's super slow anyway.
Down goes blind for Ramon, and he gets his hookshot.
Big key to ice, which we don't necessarily need, but logically it's required if we have to do Ice Palace. Nice to have it before you go in there, because you don't. Again, it's another one of those one-off orphan checks that can happen.
Why am I commentating senses tingling that...
That's a mirror.
First of all, that's a mirror, but second of all, that King of Samaria might be in ice today.
Because it's like the awfulest place you can put it these days.
Because we got small key, we got big key, we know where it is, we can enter it, we can. I'm not sure, can we clear it with one small key?
No, Ramon can't clear because he doesn't have a glove.
Yeah, but Telepar.
You can clear it with one small key, even logically.
Yeah, so Telepar has it logically clearable now.
Because we have
and he knows it's a crystal.
Yeah, I mean, unless there is the one caveat: if there's a small key on Cold Stare, we can't logically full clear it. But that typically doesn't happen in keys modes.
No.
The Dead Rock's just being awfully rude to Ramon.
So yeah, we are skipping cutscene chest.
For now, you might go back to it.
Mm-hmm. Aww, game.
Okay. There's 2 items behind. There's your Cane of Samaria.
Okay. The second worst place is.
We can. Telethar can finish this dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't know if he will. I mean, we're on Fighter Sword, Green Mail, no bow, no lamp to see the dark rooms. Although if you know what you're doing in those dark rooms, it's not too bad. This is not going to be a fun. This is going to be an awful fight. Looks like he is going to go for it too. Ramon with that Master Sword will be so much better off with this play when it comes to it. He does have a cape, so he can do sword spins with that cape to do damage on the eyeballs. If you had both the cape and the Master Sword, then it's actually a pretty easy fight, because, you know, the game doesn't like it when you slash the sword and try and use magic at the same time. And fortunately for us, it's the sword slashes that it keeps. The magic usage doesn't drain.
That block placement in that first dark room was absolutely sublime.
Yeah, I mean, there's some very nice setups for that room that are pretty much crucial if you're going to want to be able to do this. It is in my opinion, the hardest dark room to learn, but once you've learned it, it's really not too bad. Okay, Super Bunny Cave for Ramon. Gets a bow, that's really nice. Yeah, so his Vitreous fight when he gets to this is going to be just that much better with that bow.
Yeah, I agree with chat here. Meyer was loaded.
Yeah, and we haven't even finished it. Like we still have the right side. Sorry, the left side that we can't actually do logically yet. Like right here, this is where, because he's out of the cape magic, so he can't do. So doing sword spins is going to be difficult. He's going to get a nice spot there with the hammer and do the blue goo.
Yeah,
So Ramon now in
nice.
here, when he gets to this point, he can soften up these eyeballs and then use arrows to try and pick off as many as he can. As long as he saves 8, and then the last stage will just be free because he'll have, the 8 shots left. So Talthar's not out of the woods here yet. We still have to do the hammer and/or sword spin strats on the big eyeball. They're much more difficult, much slower than what Ramon's going to have.
Yeah. But gets it done.
Very nicely done. A heart container and a crystal.
I believe that's our first crystal of the seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a mirror, so we can just check the island here. Nope. Crash. And Ramon is also heading into Meyer here. Gonna be very fruitful for them.
Ramon also going to go ahead and do this. Gets that mirror, gets that cane.
And immediately running for the boss.
Talthar, knowing one of the gotchas and cross keys, this entrance is available if you have Dark World and the mirror. It doesn't go very far with it.
I hope Telfa goes back there, because that was his bow.
Yeah, probably want to check the other entrances first,
Yeah.
and then come back for that last.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, that's what you want to do with connectors in general, because you don't want to. Then when you find another connector, then you have a choice to make. But ideally, you just have one connector that you do last.
We have a surprisingly small amount of pods, small keys.
Maybe pod's not a pen, or maybe pod's a pendant. We don't need to do it. Just has that lamp for us. Ramon without the cape is going to start out with NMG style strats. Has 28 arrows, so it's going to be able to do a lot of damage with the bow. Even before we get to the, yeah, he's going to switch to the bow and try and finish off as many of these little eyeballs as he can. With arrows. Should be able to have enough to, so he's going to be able to finish this off. He's able to be able to do plenty of damage. Has 5 arrows to spare, even.
Bow for Telfa.
Yeah, there's that bow for Talthar after he had to do the Vitreous fight. Ramon will also have a much easier Ice Armos fight when he gets to GT.
Ramon didn't. Yeah, Ramon wasn't over here before, so this is first double check.
Just a map. Back a desert, which we can't do anything with it yet. Both orders making their way around all the mountain checks. Do most of them, most of the mountain checks at this point. Only the ones that are locked behind connectors and/or myths. Huh. Interesting. Ramon went halfway up this dark connector and decided not to take it. We did see Telethar start to walk into that one and did not finish it either. Telethar did not have the lamp, though, so we didn't know.
We heard the jump, so that was the front of the old Marisky.
No, that was not. That was the Death Mountain ascent. We just saw it on Ramon's side with the lamp.
Oh.
He probably fell into a hole, which will make the same sound. It just does damage as well. Telethar going back over to GT, gonna do the right side now. Maybe take this all the way to the big chest. Could climb for 6 items. Although, let's see. Yeah, if he takes this all the way to the big chest, he's going to use one too many keys. So if he wants to climb, he's going to not want to go to the big chest unless he goes on the left side. And by holding on to something with that cape, again, no magic usage. So we get a free bit of cape usage here.
Yeah, cape has been coming very in handy for Telethar, while the Master Sword has been quite useful for Ramon.
Now there's the front of Old Man Cave for Ramon, over on West Dark Death Mountain. Ramon is going to check Dark Cross now that he has a lamp to put it completely in logic.
Telethar, help.
That was an interesting kick of the block there. Oh, about to get through, and yeah.
Yeah, get kicked out.
Look, he's going to go back to it. It is 4 checks. Tempered sword for Ramon, so a 2-sword advantage right now for Ramon. He's going to check this other exit.
Really good. Yeah, that glove's still evading Mom.
Does get an extra check from back of Hyrule Castle, from the right side of Hyrule Castle. It's just Fairy Cave. Telethar has a lot more health this time, so it should be fine.
Or mirroring here.
Okay, is not gonna do big chest. No, with that mirror, I still don't think he's gonna do the big chest. Gonna grab this key. No, is gonna do the big chest.
Okay.
And we're gonna get some new checks over for Ramon over at the top of the castle. We see the Turtle Rock big chest.
That's the first Turtle Rock entrance.
I guess he wants to go back in there because he could have just gone and opened the big chest and left. But you can do more there. So maybe wants to go back in and do more than just the big chest. As all the things but the ice rod to finish to do the dungeon. From the middle, we can even play fast and loose with the keys. He's got 4 small keys anyway, so everything's in logic.
I'm not gonna do anything more there.
Okay, now we're gonna see a whole lot of Turtle Rock right now. Blue mail is nice. But what he could do is he could go all the way down to Laser Bridge. And then he could go all the way to the top as well. Could do like mirror at a Laser Bridge. He has to be a little bit careful. Like if he Like, I don't know that you check the connector to laser bridge, because if the connector spits you out someplace you can't get back out of, and of course Ramon's still without a glove.
Yeah, Ramon knows that this drop down the teleport does is a big key, but
We're gonna find out what it is. Skull Woods.
Yeah.
It's a fetch quest, a pure fetch quest, big key.
I was hoping for Easton there.
I was hoping for literally anything else.
No, not Hera, because we can do Hera without the big key right now.
Yeah, but that's an orphan check you don't want to deal with, whereas Telethar, I think, is already done the front of Skullwoods. Or maybe that was Ramon. I actually don't remember. Her big key logically opens a bunch of things, though, whereas the Skullwoods big key opens exactly one thing. Okay, so we do find an inaccessible laser bridge, but fortunately for Ramon, it's the one that you can go back into. Unfortunately, it means he's going to have to walk back up.
Yeah, but this is the easiest way to get back up. Just press up.
Yeah, but he can't just mirror like he could have if he'd not checked the exit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, there's that the small key for Telethar.
Yeah, the one key he didn't want to see.
And he used that potion shop to buy a couple blues and fill up on magic. Not very often, the first time you go into Turtle Rock, that the lava chest is in logic. You don't see that every day.
Oh, that is quite rare.
We check it all the time because it's just a key for a key on the pokey. And Ramon, knowing that he's not going to be using all his keys, is just not going to kill the pokey, even though he's got all the tools to do it. There's a small key to pod behind all the Turtle Rock smalls.
So that's 2 pod smalls in TR.
Meanwhile, we're going to see some Ice Palace from Telethar.
Yeah, it's a full clearable crystal.
Now, what's nice about what Ramon's doing, he'll have, if he finds an ice rod, he can just mirror back to Laser Bridge and just beat the dungeon if he wants to. And we do see in the corner that it is a crystal. If he doesn't find the ice rod, he gets an extra entrance check out of this.
So Teleport doesn't hit the switch.
He has the big key. Doesn't need to hit the switch.
Oh, right, big key. I'm just not used to cross-case getting here with the big key.
Mm.
Useless Maya key.
Well, it's a Maya key you don't really want to see since you've already skipped the cutscene.
Mm-hmm. I think both are gonna skip the cutscene.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. That's a third pod small in TR.
Okay. I do believe that's all the items that Ramon can get in Turtle Rock, i.e. all the items with Trinex. Unfortunately, no ice rod, so he can't do that. Can't do the mirror back. I mean, he could mirror back there, but there'd be no point. So we're going to see what this exit takes us to. So we're not a whole lot in Ice Palace, it looks like, either.
Nope.
Ah. So 2 inaccessible Turtle Rock entrances. Bumper Ledge being the second one. The Desert East being the Laser Bridge entrance. I guess we found some silvers in Ice Palace.
We did.
And now there we go, some flippers. I'm not that happy to see flippers, because now you're getting closer to Pendant Swamp being an issue.
I mean, we haven't found the dam nor the actual swamp entrance, so
Yeah,
we're,
but
we're
those are
still
out
two
there.
entrances away. Yeah.
We're getting closer to that play, though.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have enough magic. So that's why we're picking up these.
He's got blues. He's fine.
Yeah, but I think he wants to save his.
No, I
potions.
mean, I agree with going and picking up the pots there, so you don't have to immediately use a blue. But he doesn't have, since he doesn't have sword beams, and he doesn't have bombos, he's going to have to use fire rod shots. Use 8 fire rod shots here, and won't have any fire rod shots afterwards. So having the ability to just use the blue to get that refill is good. And if you can get these puffs in the corner, you could get maybe some splash damage. So he doesn't have to use another pot. And there you go.
Nice.
And it's... Oh gosh, okay.
So that is a lamp-locked glove in the first
Yeah.
glove.
Yep.
Because that's a glove-locked glove.
Yeah, I mean, we had suggested that maybe the first glove was actually Mitz there in Castle Tower. And that is definitely not the case. And we know that now.
So, red crystals. Oh, we haven't seen the bomb vendor.
Nope. But we don't care. We don't care what crystal. There's a connector that spits us out there, so the red crystals are completely irrelevant. We're gonna get that Lake Hylia's big key. It is the Hera big key, the one you didn't want to see.
But that means that Ramon has to at some point get back to that puzzle tower.
Yeah. I think it's in this area, so I think he'll get there pretty soon.
Yeah, the point is he already did the first chest.
Yeah, he's got a small key. Yeah, he's gonna be running out of things to do.
Yeah, he has the small key, so yeah, he is gonna run out eventually, but he's gonna be funneled into it.
He's gonna see this connector. Dark Shopping Mall doesn't have a whole lot for us. Ramon, not gonna mirror there on the floating island. I don't know if he already saw the item. I did not see the item.
I think he was up there before.
And there's the bomb shop. We know it's Telethar. Doesn't even talk to the bomb vendor because we just don't care. There's that map of thieves for Telethar. We already saw that on Ramon's side.
Yeah.
A little late for that for Telethar. And he gets into pod with 2 small keys.
So now Telepat's logic is gonna go all the way back because he finds his lamp.
And Ramon has 4 pod small keys. Does not have the big key, but this is a full clearable pod. Not logically, because there's several locations behind 6 small keys where Ramon will do a hammer jump to get all the items, to be able to get all the items and still have a key to spare for the boss later. Big key to Eastern. There's your Eastern big key.
That's a horrible spot for a big key.
I mean,
wait. Yeah, I know what I said.
It's behind 6 pod smalls, of course. Telethar's not getting that big key right now.
No. That would be insane. There's no way you're opening up that door with 2 keys.
Oh, I don't know that there's no way. I mean, it'd be an interesting gamble, let's just say. Because here's the thing: these locations in the back that Ramon's going to, this one and the 2 in the rupee rooms are actually locked by 4 small keys. 2 small keys doesn't really logically do much for you. So one could make the argument that you can just go ahead and maybe just pick an out of logic spot, or even do a thing where instead of just doing a bunch of out of logic checks, you could do the one and then reset it if it's nothing. If you have a recent save scum set up. But yeah, I mean it would be an unusual play for sure. Small key to Skull Woods.
Was this sync? For
So
2 seconds?
Yeah. Yeah, Telethar's gonna clear out the stuff he can do back here first. The hammer jump, one of the must-have strats for any kind of key sanity mode. Being able to full clear this with only 5 keys instead of 6. Or even 4 if you want to not open the front door. Is crucial.
Wait. Ramon doesn't have the big key.
No, neither of them have the big key.
Yes, ALTTPR has mocked big key.
Oh, you're right. He does have the big key.
Yeah, so
it's
this
probably in
chest...
GT somewhere because
Yeah.
it's the main place that Ramon hasn't been to.
Fair enough. But yeah, that could have been something for ALTTPR because Ramon is not going to go back to that chest for a while. But it was just a compass to GT. So
I mean, there's a good chance Ramon gets that when he clears the dungeon, assuming it's a crystal. If it's not a crystal, he might never go back.
That's right. We haven't found what our last render is.
No, we haven't gotten that many maps. The maps we have gotten, we got both red crystals showing on our map, so. There's a reason why we didn't tell Thar when he saw the bomb vendor, didn't even talk to him.
Yep. These are 2 checks that Ramonda couldn't do with the mirror here. ALTTPR side.
Get a map to Eastern. So here we go. Okay, cool. The suspense is over. Ramon is about to get a crystal.
And that was also Tower of Hera crystal. So... Pod is a pendant, right?
By process elimination, I think Pod and... Yeah, Pod would be the other pendant.
Yeah.
Always nice to find sick kid when you already have a bottle. Very nice Armos kill for Ramon. No doubt saves a second over the traditional setup that we're used to seeing. Definitely one of the newer ones that I've seen more recently.
Yep.
Is it 20 frames? It's all so 1/3 of a second. Yeah. But we get the Aries saying it's a 20 frame save, but the swag gives him the he gives it the thumbs up for the swag. Yeah, Ramon is running out of things to do without that glove, so...
Yeah, he really is.
I mean, he still made some pretty good progress, has Eastern done, has Meyer done. Is not looking like if he double dips ice, that would be the biggest issue. Now we are going to see what's on the right side of desert. We haven't seen these yet.
Yeah. We haven't seen the Lake Hylia. Oh,
there's swamp.
Watch the dam be behind ice.
Yeah, could happen.
Oh, no.
Okay, we see the Turtle Rock Bridge. This will be new entrances for us. Speaking of the dam.
We never checked the Brothers connector, did we?
We might have seen both sides of it, but no, I don't believe. Yeah. Oh, there
No.
it is.
We did not.
Okay. So the dam is at Vanilla Spiral Cave. Was accessible to our runners, but neither one checked it because typically you don't check that. You try and wait to find this connector that takes you to the bridge, the TR bridge. Okay, Talthar is going to finish up Skullwoods here.
Makes sense.
I don't believe he did the front entrances, but has found a small key since last we were here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what Ramon's looking for, but it wasn't Hookshot Cave. He's already done all of that, done the connection. There's nothing new to be found there. The connector takes you to the laser bridge entrance on Turtle Rock, but he's already seen the mirror part of that. Is going to pick up this big key here. Well, Telethar is finally on Master Sword.
Yeah.
But it's still going to use that camera as much as he can. Just $50 from the dam pole.
And more.
And that's a crystal on Skullwoods, which we knew.
Yep. Where's your mom going?
Yeah, I forget where this spits out because he's already gotten the item. I'm pretty certain he already checked the connector, but maybe not.
He did.
And we're gonna get a smith grab from Telethar, and I think the smiths are more to the north, so this could be quite the trek for the smith here.
No, it was in just to the right there on the same screen.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. He's just going here to do this check, because you're here with
It's
him.
right here. Ramon, knowing that he had access to the desert area, chooses to do these checks. Is going to be able to do the back of desert because you can mirror there. A Quake medallion, which I don't know what the Turtle Rock medallion is. I don't know if either one has checked it, but
yeah, I think both just skipped that check because
we know right. We know we don't care about the Meyer entrance because it was one side of a connector.
I mean,
Ramon,
Ramon,
the one that we just went through.
Telephone never went through that.
Oh, did he not go through? Okay.
No.
Okay, so Ramon gets his $20 from Sick Kid. Probably get a flute away here. See, this is where the well gets you. So I always say the well is bait, and 99% of the time, if I have the well behind AGA 1, there's nothing there. It doesn't hold true for other items behind AGA 2, by the way. Or sorry, behind AGA 1, by the way. And it also doesn't hold for AGA 2. But the fact is, Ramon might be thinking, I really don't want to go back to Castle Tower until I have 2 small keys. Just go ahead and finish it out.
I believe that second smoky was glove locked.
Oh, it probably was. I mean, that's probably why we haven't seen it on his side. So, not where you want to mirror. You see Paradox Cave. Also, I don't think we saw that last entrance from Paradox Cave. At least Ramon won't have to worry about that when he does get his mitts.
We might get a pet check here. Oh, right, we can clear her up.
Yeah, we're going to see Ramon do that right now. And chat reminding us that Castle Tower Small 2 is behind the Ice Armos. And the Ice Armos, of course, GT being glove locked, so... But Ramon, still steadily making progress. I mean, we don't know that the second castle tower key is even required. Again, the well. Our 5-item caves have not been good to us today so far, anyway.
Nope.
But that glove may only be required. I'm trying to think what was in. I guess it was a pod key, pod big key or something in GT that Ramon is gonna need. So there isn't that much behind the glove other than the ability to clear ice. I'm mostly concerned if Ramon decides to go into Ice Palace without getting the glove first.
Yeah, that will be a big thing. Yeah, Teleport doesn't care about that small key left, because it's done everything. Okay,
We are
so
getting a pad
now
check.
we're checking that. So, Ice Rock, anyone?
No, please no. No, ether.
Ether, okay. It had freezing in it, okay.
So we can't get back into the bottom of Speck Rock cave without doing pad. Darn. Of course, we don't know what's at Turtle Rock, what medallion is needed there.
So it's not
Trying to think.
entirely dead. There
Eh.
could be an ice rod behind that ether in
That's
Turtle Rock.
really pushing it. And if that is the
Yeah,
case, both
it is
runners are
pushing
gonna
it.
hard.
It is
hard
absolutely
last
pushing
location.
it, but it is a possibility.
I think I would look for my ice rod in, Telethar in particular. Ramon has already seen the item in the Thieves Town big chest before I'm pulling pad for that.
Just trying to keep chat's hopes alive.
Yeah, I'm happy to dash chat's hopes of pet seeds. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, the problem with Telehor is finding TR.
Yeah. And given that 2 of the TR entrances are not accessible at all, we did not see where West TR was.
I believe we did, but I didn't see where it was. Ramon did find it.
Okay, but he didn't check it with the rest. Okay, he doesn't have the flipper, so he has a doable swamp. Between the 2 of them, we can do swamp. He's gonna do some splash delete shenanigans here to be able to do some flipper stuff.
So, chat saying that King's Tomb is the eye laser bridge.
Oh.
Or eye laser room.
Laser bridge? No, that was
No,
laser bridge was desert.
Not laser bridge, but the eye laser room left side.
Oh, TR West. Okay.
TR West. So Teleport is gonna bump into that right here.
Oh, there it is.
Sora giving you a valuable 10% life lesson.
Yeah, and Telethar's going to probably do a very similar play here to what Ramon already did. Looks like he does have all 4 small keys as well. Will not find an ice rod here, though. We'll find a bunch of pod smalls, though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, because when Telethar, when Ramon left here, I think he had 5 of them. I think there's 2. Yeah, there's definitely some.
Yeah, Telethar still has to go back to pod for that Eastern big.
Yep. Yeah, he only had the 2 pod smalls. But he will be able to clear pod when he goes back. Chat suggesting Telzar's Go mode be the ice rod, and it is starting to look like a good old-fashioned ice rod hunt, so...
Yeah.
What else do... Between the two, then what else do we need? We need a desert big. Yeah, we need a desert big.
Yeah,
We
between
need...
them, yeah.
Ramon needs to find the gloves in Castle Tower in order to find... in order to do ice. So far, I don't know if the mitts have actually given us anything useful.
No, and they usually don't across these.
Not uncommon for there to be one entrance that we need out of the mitts. Let's see. We don't necessarily need the flippers. So I will not put that on the list, even though Ramon should get those at some point. Because we don't necessarily have to do Swamp Palace. Yeah, see, this is the play. Yeah, Ramon's gonna go ahead and clear ice, or clear what he can of Ice Palace, which is a lot. He can get five checks out of this. One out of logic with the icebreaker, and he's hoping to find a glove here. And he's right, there is a glove here, but it's on cold stair, so he's not gonna be able to get it.
Teleport is walking out of the front.
Yeah, doesn't want to do laser bridge, I guess.
Yeah.
I like the way Ramon routed this better. Fortunately, I mean, he can just go right back to it from this location. I imagine it. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. Just go walk back to the King's Tomb and go down from there. But he's floating away instead.
Did get a Hera big key, so you can't clear this. That new setup that makes Hera bot quite a bit easier.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that setup. I just can't do the spin speed one. Oh, he does have the Ice Palace big key. Okay, so it's 6 items he's able to get out of this. Just get one more item at Ice Tea, and that'll be it for Ramon and Ice Palace for now. He's fast running out of things to do. He still has, still has Skullwoods. He can go finish. I'm a little surprised he hasn't done that yet. There's those flippers, which could get him into Swamp, which is very unfortunate.
I mean, if the Ice Rod is in Swamp, then yeah.
I don't know if it's enough, because unless he gets the Ice Rod and just leaves.
He's beelining Swamp here.
Yeah. Of course, also the Desert Big Key. We're also missing that.
Mm-hmm. If both of those are in the Swamp, he will be funneled hard through those gloves.
Always a sword in Swamp.
Yeah, Seed has to keep the meme alive.
Okay, Blue Cane. Yeah, Ramon still doesn't have a cape, which I assume is another one of those GT items.
Okay, now he's going back to TR.
Yeah, I mean, because you do from the light world, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget that he has mid, so he was able to access this without going back into the dark world.
I am getting more and more worried about that well and the climb of GT. Because we are starting to run out of checks for 2 items.
We still have all these locations, 8 more locations in Swamp here. 9, I guess, if you count the green pendant.
True.
So to answer chat, for those of you coming in late, Ramon is missing both gloves. Mitt's probably not hard required, but the first glove is in Castle Tower chest 2. Ramon went in there and got the first chest and did not have the small key to get the second. And then the second glove is on Cold Stair, locked behind the first glove, because easy to forget if you don't play a lot of cross keys, because it's never relevant in a regular seed, because you need mitts to get into Ice Palace. But you do need a glove to finish Ice Palace. Okay, we're going to see what's on the left side here. It's Pendant Dungeon, so kind of, pick your poison. Do you want to go to the back? Do you want to go to the left side? You might not need to do both, and maybe left side has your things.
That was about a 2-second lapse there from Telathar where he was gonna go.
That could be. He might have just been working on his, trying to figure out where he wants to go next, what pendants and crystals he needs. Might just figuring out what his go mode is. GT climb is a 6-item climb because we do have the uncle check behind this.
Now Telathar still needs his Eastern
big key.
Oh,
Desert big.
Desert
okay,
big.
hard required.
Okay. Yeah.
Hard required left side swamp. And a Bombo, so we don't care about. And Ramon's staying in.
As chat is saying, a classic Ice Rod hunt. Now, neither of the runners are on the Ice Rod hunt, but check the key.
Oh, they both are on. They're both on the Ice Rod hunt. Okay, so here's the interesting part to this. We don't know where the Ice Rod is. If it's back here, Ramon, I believe, I'm looking at his tracker, is on glove go mode.
Yep. Now, if the Ice Rod is up GT, that's gonna be a bit better for Telathar.
Of course. But yeah, if it's in neither place, then we're still looking for an Ice Rod.
Yeah.
But if Ramon can manage to find that Ice Rod before he gets the glove, he's gonna have glove go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy when you think about it. Now, we still have 2 more checks for Swamp, because we have the Argus item, and this will give us a green pendant. Okay, nothing on Argus. We pick up the green pendant. Yeah, apparently Saha is in the Mire area.
Yeah.
So that's not easy for him to get back to. He may not prioritize it right away. It does have a desert he can finish up. Does have Skullwoods he can finish up. He's going to do the last of these flippers checks.
Did we see Hobo?
Probably.
I don't.
It's definitely new for Ramon.
Yeah, I don't remember if Telathar did.
Okay, first 2 items in GT, nothing. 4 more to go. Three more to go. For those of you who missed it, we do have an uncle drop behind this. And we now just have the uncle drop. Okay, yeah, Ramon gonna go ahead and just do desert.
Yeah, I mean it's a clearable crystal.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gone back and finished Skull Woods yet.
True.
But like, say if the Ice Rod was here, then he doesn't have to do any of GT. Just get that glove and go to finish up ice.
Yeah.
But here we go. Here's the drop down. Is there an Ice Rod at the Uncle? First answer is no. Second answer is no.
So useless climb.
Also, no Ice Rod in desert. There is the desert big chest that he can check. There is a desert entrance over near where Ramon is at right now. Or he could save and quit. Telthar is going to find the other Turtle Rock entrance that's accessible. Yep, there's the Skullwoods play from Ramon.
Clearing up his crystals.
Yeah, because so far, I mean, what have we found behind the glove other than finishing Ice Palace?
All GT.
Yeah, but did we get anything in GT that I mean, unless it could still be the drop down, it could be the well, which would then require that second castle tower key. But
I'm not sure if he found
there was
any.
there was a pod big.
Yeah,
that's a pendant, you know.
That's a pendant, so.
If the Ice Rod is not behind the glove, and Ramon can manage to find it without the glove, he's going to actually be at a huge advantage. Classic do all the glove things versus not do the glove things.
Telthar is going to get his tempered sword, so he's not going to be upset with this check.
Okay, so Telthar that is a tempered sword for Telthar, and he is going to get the last sword because at some point he does have to get to Swamp Palace to get the Desert Big Key. So both our runners will be on gold silvers.
I'm trying to think, where haven't we checked things yet?
Well, Telthar is I mean, if I'm Telthar, I keep saying that the well is bait, but we're running out of other things to do. He does have both Castle Tower Smalls.
Nice dash back in there.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
it is one frame that you need to dash and then go up, but it's possible.
Small key to ice. We don't care about. It's not behind it's not behind the Desert Big Key. I almost feel like Ramon needs to find this Ice Rod not behind the gloves. Because once he gets a glove and once he does Ice Palace, that just opens everything up that Telthar's already done.
Yeah, but then you also feel like, okay, I could have done this more than an hour ago. I'm not gonna go chasing those checks because.
But they're everywhere. Like all he'll have is those glove checks. And you know, obviously he's gonna have to pick the right one. But
wait, we haven't seen Catfish.
Yeah,
which Ramon can't do because that's glove locked.
Yeah, it's glove locked.
I keep forgetting that part is glove locked.
These are new for Ramon, but we've seen them. Okay, Ramon, where are we going now? Try to think if he has anything that's not go to Castle Tower to get a glove.
Ooh, Telethar finds his bridge here. This is his swamp.
Yeah, so yeah, he'll be able to. This is
Or
it.
his dam.
He's running out of things too, so I imagine it wouldn't surprise me if he gets back to swamp fairly quickly. We'll get that desert big key.
Is this green pendant for Ramon?
Yeah, I mean, if this is Ice Rod, then
Yeah.
this is huge. If this is not Ice Rod, then the Ice Rod's probably somewhere behind the gloves. And it's God, he'll have so many. He'll just have too many checks to make. It's a bottle.
Yeah. Now, from the commentary perspective, we see both on this. What checks do we have left?
Castle Tower.
Castle Tower for the well.
For the well.
We have
the bait.
the
Classic bait.
We have Turtle Rock entry.
Yeah, we don't even know if we can get to because neither one is actually.
Neither checked it.
Okay, so Ramon's gonna finally get his glove, so we'll probably go ahead and do ice, which will get him his mitts. And if he could just not check any of those and take that Castle Tower small key from GT to fly first. Yeah, good question. Do we have any item entrances left? And I'm not good at keeping track of that, so. The lumberjack tree is a big key to Skullwoods. Actually, that's an item we have not seen Telethar take that Skullwoods big key.
I think we did.
To the big chest.
Yeah, I think we did. I think Telethar went there when he had the big key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Ramon probably gonna just go do ice. And he's gonna get those mitts, and then we'll see what happens. Ramon could go ahead and do left side first. He doesn't know it, but what he really wants to do is... Sorry, yeah, Telethar gonna do left side first. If he leaves with that desert big key, that'll be really good for him.
But he's still looking for 2 more items.
Well, he won't be after. No, he won't be after he finds the big key here.
Ice Rod and Eastern Palace Big.
Oh, he still needs the Eastern Big because he hasn't gone back to Pod yet, right? Totally forgot about that.
So 2 items, you stay. 1 item you can maybe skip.
I've left here with less.
Okay.
Like, you know, because sometimes you just want to follow, like, left side, because Swamp Palace is somewhat modular. It's not hard to get back to like it normally is.
Yeah. Now,
so if you get something up here, it's reasonable to follow it and then come. It's not hard to come back to it afterwards.
No. And Chad is reminding us we haven't seen Purple Chest turning.
Oh, we haven't? Okay. Yeah, we saw Telethar turn in the Smith.
Yeah, we're gonna continue on Telepat's side, and Ramon is clearing up Ice Palace, so this is gonna be his mitts, and this is gonna be him saying, "Oh no, now I have everything."
Oh, everything, entire world is open to me now. How do I choose the right thing? And what is the right thing? Of course, you know, Telethar needing to get back to Pod for that Eastern big key. We don't know what's on Helmasaur.
Nope.
So that's another spot that could have our Ice Rod. That is, I mean, it is also Glove Lock because the big key to Pod is in GT. Okay, Telethar agrees with you and stays in Ice Palace.
Yeah, it turns out Butter Sword instead of Fighter Sword.
Yeah, yeah. Ramon
Yeah.
has consistently had better equipment for his boss fights.
Mhm.
Yeah, Butter Sword. If you can get those puffs in that upper corner like Ramon did, it's a very, very quick and easy fight.
Oh, this is the shopping mall area check for Ramon now.
Yeah, two entrances he hasn't seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he can flute away to wherever he wants to go from the Light World check. The glove entrances are kind of all over the place. There's this one, there's and the one in the Light World equivalent. There's the one in between Desert and Swamp Palace areas. There's a light and a dark one up to the north. There's one in the Dark World in Dark Death Mountain. This will get him. He's gonna land in GT.
Yeah, and he is gonna. I don't think he's
No,
gonna
I don't know.
climb.
I don't know if he full clear the basement probably, but I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if
oh
he'll
yeah.
climb.
Basement is gonna do because this is your densest
And
item location.
can I just say how much I hate ice rat hunts?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think we're down to purple chest, well behind Agawan and the Turtle Rock entrance.
And the Turtle Rock entrance, only if there is another item cave available.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and catfish. Let's not forget catfish.
Let's
Chat
not
reminding
forget
us.
catfish. True. I don't think Teleport has done any of the flipper checks here. He hasn't done Zoro, I think.
That's not what he's gonna do now.
Nope.
Oh, there is one other interesting item here in GT. I don't think Telethar opened the big chest ever, because when he came back, he didn't have enough small keys to get there. First time he was here, he did. He came back and did the climb. But he never did the big chest. He didn't have enough small keys to both get to big chest and do a climb.
He
From the right
did
side.
come back. It was a hard piece, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't recall him coming back for that, because when he climbed, he couldn't do it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get a Turtle Rock check there, but no.
I mean, he could do it right after he does Desert.
Yeah, that's probably the setup to get back to it as well.
We have finished the Hookshot Cave chest quite a while ago.
Yeah, the one check that scares Telefar the most is Thieves' Town Big Chest.
Okay, Telethar, as expected, gonna go ahead and finish Desert here.
Saves the one cycle.
There's that pod big for Ramon. So when he's done with this, he's got a choice to climb for 6 items. He has 2 items he can get in pod. Could do Castle Tower for the 5 items at the well. Of the things we haven't seen, Telethar's already done the climb, so we know that's not the answer. We know it's not pod big chest, but we don't know what's on Helma. Yeah, there's that heart piece. Another much easier fight for Ramon with silver arrows on the Ice Armos. Telethar did this with Fighter Sword and no bow.
There is the second castle tower, small key.
Okay, what are we doing now, Ramon? Are we going up? Oh, we're going up. That's
No,
unfortunate.
right side.
No? Oh. He hasn't done... He
No,
hasn't done
but-
Tile Room.
Yeah, tile room and compass room. No, wait, tile room. He just skipped.
compass
He skipped tile room.
Yeah, I
Telethar.
like this. I like the skip of Tile Room here.
Yeah.
Telethar gonna do Castle Tower Climb, and if this is the answer, it's a little, yeah, sad now if this is the answer, because although Telethar still needs to get that Eastern Big Key, so it would have been fun though to see them climbing Castle Tower at the same time, looking for the Ice Rod.
Still holding out the very, very, very tiny hope that this is a Betsy.
I'm not.
Sorry, but it still hasn't been ruled out, okay?
Completely useless map. And now we're gonna get the climb.
Yeah,
And, you know, some
unfortunately.
runners do keep track of whether there are other missing item caves or not. And the fact that neither one of these runners has checked even the medallion of that location tells me maybe there just isn't another item cave left.
Possible. So the Eastern Big Key is in Pod Big Key Small Chest. Telethar only went into Pod with 2 small Pod keys, and he cleared as many checks as he could, and then left. And since Pod is a pendant, we're not going to want to go back there.
Yeah, Ramon had 5 small keys and no big key when he went there. Telethar had 2 small keys and the big key when he went there, so we did get to see everything but Helma between the 2 of them.
Yeah, after this, I think that is the densest play that Telethar still has. Oh god, chat reminding us we still have Meyer cutscene chest.
Oh yeah, they didn't do that one.
They both skipped it.
We still don't have the Meyer small keys to actually put it in logic.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why they just skipping it for now.
They skipped it because it was slow. They didn't skip it because it wasn't in logic, but
why they haven't gone back for it.
like, no one skips Meyer cutscene because of the logic. They skip it because it's slow.
Yeah. Up to the lumberjack tree for 5 checks.
Okay, is it bait today? Oh, God, not a shovel. Small key
That's
to
the Meyer
Meyer.
small.
Okay, so
We're fluting to check that shovel.
unless it's behind the shovel, it was bait. I imagine Telethar immediately checks the shovel. I will not count the Meyer Small since we had access to that cutscene chest forever ago.
Oh, this might be purple chest as well. At the same
Yeah,
time.
you could combine those pretty easily.
Yeah. Ramon, having finished Act 2, is gonna get some disappointing uncle drop down rewards.
Shovel says no. Telethar doesn't even grab the red mail. Free red mail right there. Doesn't even want it.
Telethar just loot, right?
Yeah, are we down to purple chest and Helmosaur?
And GR check, yeah, I think so.
And right, and Meyer
And Meyer cutscene chest.
and Catfish.
And Catfish. They are just
Those are
horrible
everything's
checks. Yeah.
far apart
Absolutely
from each other.
horrible
and
checks
Ramon
left.
is gonna go ahead and get that shovel.
Yeah.
And
that's
there's
a
another
lost Meyer
Meyer
key.
small key.
Yeah, that's scary. Logically.
Have we checked Bombo's tablet?
Yeah, it was nothing. It's a screen pendant turning for Telethar.
Yeah, he gets to do this a little more efficiently than Ramon did. So my record of keeping Castle Tower well as bait continues.
Still goes strong. Yeah, probably.
The interesting question here is he going to leave with that Eastern Palace big key?
No. That's only 2 more checks, and you're gonna have to do them anyway.
Well, yeah, it's 2 more checks that you have to do anyway, and these are out of the way. The other check for him is the Harmless Hellway and doing Helmosaur. Those are very slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
And
leaving. Okay.
Yeah. I like the choice to leave. Unfortunately, we know Helmosaur is a possibility. We know it's not Harmless Hellway.
Oh, right. Eastern is that easy to get to.
Because if it's in Big Chest here or on Armos Nights, you're just done.
Yep.
But we know that's not the case, but like Telethar has no idea.
Yeah. So I think we're down to those 3 checks. Helmosaur, Catfish, Cutscene Chest Meyer, and possibly Turtle Rock Entrance.
Yeah, I've kind of written off Turtle Rock entrance because the fact that they aren't even looking at it, I'm guessing that they track their item entrances.
So yeah, all of this time is giving Ramon time that he is getting back, and Ramon is not out of this race yet. Absolutely
No,
not.
but Telethar is still up on checks.
Oh yeah. Telethar has
So
done a lot
Mo
more
needs to do
checks.
stuff that Telethar didn't do.
Mhm.
And so far he hasn't, since he got the glove and mitts, he's done the stuff that Telethar is doing.
Ramon. Oh right, he did Aga 1, not Aga 2.
And he hasn't done any of the smith stuff, so he might just do the shovel.
Yeah. Yeah, you're 2 hours into a cross QC with pseudo boots. You're starting to look at that GG timer and say, when is my opponent finishing? Where is he? Because yeah, this is a very, very long time for both runners to still be running.
I mean, we've gotten much faster at cross keys in general. Telethar hasn't checked the tile room chest here, so that's a new one for him. Ramon is not going to do the smiths with this shuffle check. Ramon also saying no to the red mail. Okay, this could be smiths, which is unfortunate. We know that... maybe not? Where are we going? Oh, Spike Cave. Yeah, I think we saw this.
No, I don't think we've seen this. I'm not sure. Yeah, we have.
Ramon's starting in the Dark World. This looks like it'll be Smiths. This is where, I mean, Ramon in particular.
No, we didn't see
I guess we
that.
didn't see it because
No.
Telthar's doing it now.
Yeah. I was
You
thinking
have
back.
to assume. I'd really be racking my brain if I were, especially in Ramon's case, but you know, for both of them, what has my opponent not done?
Yeah.
Because I have to assume that he got the mitts, you know, a million years before I did. And this is probably not what I would think of first.
I believe Telethar got Bombos out of the swamp, right? He did left side.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Left side was...
Trackers like to... Well, the tracker likes to eat inputs from time to time.
I mean... I think we put too much on the tracker eating inputs. Our trackers do a wonderful job, but when you're one person doing a cross keys race,
fair enough.
That is hard. That is legit hard. So, shout outs to Slowpoke for doing a great job for us.
Slowpoke is doing an absolutely fantastic job. But this is Catfish.
This is Catfish. So, new check for us. And we're going to go back to pod for Ramon.
Ramon has not checked ped.
That's true. I hope it goes to Helma first, because that's the thing we don't know. It is not Catfish.
Okay. So Helma's or cutscene chests or...
Yeah, the Catfish play for Telethar makes a lot more sense, because Ramon's already done the rest of the Zora area, so... Okay, Ramon is going to do big chest first. This is a little bit faster, but I gotta believe he'll do... This will be a mirror into Helmasaur. We know this is nothing. It's like $50, I think. Okay, Telethar in the East Dark World. Oh, this is Thieves Town Big Chest. Okay.
Yeah. So if there's ice rod on Helmosaur, that means.
I mean, even if Telethar went into pod right now for Helmosaur,
fair.
Ramon has the lead, but this
But-
gives Ramon a chance to do maybe one other thing.
Yeah,
after
I mean,
maybe it depends on where Telethar goes next.
Yeah, and I think that the timer matters here. That Ramon is seeing 2 hours 5 minutes almost. My opponent hasn't finished. Is it ped?
I don't think it's the timer is part of it, but it's not so much the timer. It's things like I got my mitts really late, and my opponent probably got them long before that. That kind of thing. Because you can kind of feel, whether or not there's a good chance the seed went poorly for your opponent as well. Because some seeds are just like that.
Yeah, true.
But this seed was, this seed is it's an ice rod hunt. Like everything else was in fairly nice spots. Like having to go into a pendant pot, especially when we didn't even know it was a pendant when we went in there, is not a terrible thing. But the ice rod, wherever it is in a bad spot. We just don't know that location.
Helmosaur, what do you have for us?
There it is. It's the ice rod. And that's go mode for Ramond at 2:05. We'll call it 28. I will say this. Of our locations that were left at and I think Meyer cutscene, I would have been really upset if it had been Meyer cutscene. Because we would be long done. we would have been talking to these guys for like the last 10 minutes in the interview if it had been Meyer cutscene. I don't know who would have wanted that case because Telethar had to find that Eastern Big and the Desert Big, and Ramon got to those sooner. So
it is possible that Telethar gets his ice rod, but yeah.
No, Telethar's getting his ice rod. He's in the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets it before Ramon finishes.
Oh, he should get it before Ramon finishes. Ramon's got to finish up Turtle Rock, and we don't have Laser Bridge entrance to access, so.
Oh, right. They have to actually walk there.
So yeah, I still think when Telethar left here with the Eastern Big Key, I still like that call. But I kind of like coming back here faster, if that makes sense. I tend to like to leave pendant dungeons with progression, but I think we get into trouble as runners when we do if I leave this now, I'm not gonna come back to it. Because if my opponent already did it, I've already lost. I think I see a lot of runners get into trouble with that mentality, including myself.
Yeah, this is about as kitted out as we can be for the ending of this game. 16 hearts. We have blue mail. We didn't pick up the red mail.
Yeah, we sure could have picked up that red mail.
All the swords, all the shields. Silvers.
And that's Trinex down for Ramon and 7th Crystal. Also making quick work of Helmosaur. Gets his ice rod. Also manages to save and quit before picking up the pendant. Again, and drop down over here in the Lost Woods.
This was still, and I agree with chat, a pretty close rat race.
It's an extremely close race.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't give you a lead the entire race. I couldn't tell you who was in the lead until, you know, this is... And a good cross-race race should be like that, where you don't know who actually is in the lead until the Go Mode item is picked up. And that's precisely what we saw here. Our swords makes that 1-1. Gold sword makes the 1-1 relatively free.
Yeah.
And we're already in phase 3.
Even I could do it one-on-one.
Looks like I'll get a quick double to start off. Get a double to finish. Very nice finish to Ganon there.
GG is in chat for Ramond.
We'll keep the Divine Beastie Boys alive with an official race time as we'll cross this bridge with a 2:10:03. GG's to Ramon and the Divine Beastie Boys.
GG. Now, I'm gonna say that Teleport will finish this seed.
Yeah, he's close enough to finishing.
Yeah,
so
he's close enough to finish, yeah. Nice 0 cycle.
Really nice to have Gold Sword on Trinex. Alright, Telthar gonna head over to Ganon as well.
Just remember to mirror first.
Already in phase 3 for Telethar as well. And we are joined by Ramon, but we'll let Telethar finish up his Ganon fight since he's almost done. And nice set of doubles for Telethar as well, finishing up. And Telethar will finish up with an official race time of 2:12:59. Meantime, GG's to Ramon, keeping your team alive in this semifinal.
Hi, GG's. What a ride!
Oh,
I mean, just the gloves. Okay, so you went a really long time without a glove. And it was starting to look like you might even manage to get a Go Mode glove. Because you had everything but the Ice Rod when you finally did get your glove. And then it just turned into a good old-fashioned Ice Rod hunt.
Yeah, it was like forever actually since I had an Ice Rod hunt. There is a lot I could say about this seed right now, but first I want to say GG Telethar, hi.
Yeah, GG's Telethar.
It's always an honor to face Ramon in cross keys. So,
well, it got pretty close, and I guess you got a pretty good shot at it because, yeah, I hard last location, my first pair of gloves.
Yeah.
So most of the seed, I was actually feeling quite alright because I was thinking that the hook shot was like the only logical way to get all the loot from Misery Maya. So I thought you had to do like Pen and Thieves Town kinda early to get the hook shot, to go to East as Mountain, to follow Super Bonnie Cave into to the GT entrance, and then from there go over to Mire to like get all the good stuff like the Mirror, Samaria, and whatever else. And so I thought, okay, I got to that pretty quickly and pretty good. And yeah, I thought the route I'd taken was kinda decent. I think I did not skip a lot, and I was hoping at that point that it was a seed where the gloves were like very, very late in logic. And then, yeah, the
I
pool
mean,
of checks. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that aside from the completion of Ice Palace, the only thing that actually ended up being behind the glove was the chain to the final chain to the ice rod itself. So you had to
Yes.
get the big key to pod out of glove locked GT to be able to kill Helmasaur to get your ice rod. So the gloves were very interesting because like Telethar, you had the gloves fairly early and were doing a really nice job of clearing all the glove locations. But then, I mean, you both got baited by both Agas. Shout outs to the well once again being behind Aga 1 and not having anything. Because that always happens to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the only regret with the glove for me is being in Ganon's tower with the equipment I had did not feel good. I was I was really contemplating just bailing on it and not doing it, but like it felt like my current advantage was to just clear this out and find some nice stuff, and then
yeah, there was a theme in general. Ramon tended to have better equipment for most boss fights. Like Telethar, I think you were still on Fighter Sword for Cold Stare as well, and
yeah,
Fighter
that one
Sword
was
Ice
fine,
Armos and Fighter Sword Vidi, and Ramon had because Fire Rod makes up for a lot of that. You did a nice job with that.
Yeah,
Ramon, you had a bow and a Master Sword for Vidi. You had gold sword for Cold Stare. You had silvers for Ice Armos. So and that there was a little bit of time difference there, but in the end, I think the thing that really helped you out, Ramon, and what hurt you in the end, Telethar, was Ramon had the Turtle Rock, the Thieves Town small key first time through Thieves Town, and Telethar, you going back there before getting back to Helmasaur. Like if that doesn't happen, you're probably getting into that last pod check at the same time. And then it's a really close race.
It was like 3 minutes difference. Checking Thieves Town Big Chest is not that.
Because you went to pod right after Thieves Town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we could see that Ramon was going into pod as you were going into Thieves Town.
Right.
Okay.
So I mean, it's just one of those things,
Yeah.
You don't typically, if you have a full clearable dungeon, you don't know it's a pendant or a crystal. It's very reasonable to just do it, even without the small key. So
yeah,
it's hard to know if and when to go back. Like it's just it could have absolutely been there.
Collection rate of 194 a month. That's high.
Yep. I mean, we cleared almost the entire game. I'm surprised we're not over 200.
So I do want to ask, did you guys count the item caves?
Yeah.
Because neither of you checked the medallion requirement for total.
Yeah, I checked. I was pretty sure I'd already gotten all my item caves, but I was walking past when I was going to Catfish. I was walking past Dark Witch Hut. I'm like, I just want to double check, but I'm pretty sure that I had everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, chat really wanted that Ether medallion to be for the Turtle Rock entrance and Ice Rod in there. But neither one of you checked the medallion requirements, so I just said, well, they probably already know there's no item caves left.
Yeah, so while I was on Darkest Mountain up there, I was like so far away from that entrance. I had no gloves,
Mhm.
and most of the item caves were basically cleared out. So usually I just save those couple of seconds of running over there,
Sure.
because by the time I need to backtrack, I probably will have all meds. Usually, not always. I have been burned like once or twice by not checking it early, but most of the time it's usually safe to skip that
Yeah.
entrance.
What you
Except-
didn't know the Telethar knew was that the ether was on PED.
Yes, I was
So-
very scared about the pet check because I was thinking like, yeah, pet is
Thinking Ice Rod Ped when I went to go check it. That's the whole reason I went there.
And it, the word cold was in the description too. So I had to
Yeah.
read it twice to realize it was not an ice rod.
Yeah.
yeah. I was considering checking pet like after Agar and GT,
Mhm.
but I was like, okay, I'm just one pendant from pet, and if I mean, it seems kind of pointless to check pet if you can just like, if only pot is missing basically,
Yeah.
and I get a free check there anyway, so I ended up not checking pet. I was considering doing the check with also grabbing the Skullwood Speak key from the Sank entrance to route it into Skullwood's big chest to check pet, but then I
Yep.
thought, nah, I'm probably gonna do that after getting Helma so that I can,
Right.
just
You
in
never
case.
you never picked up that key because by the time you had access to it, I think that was your only big key left.
Yes. And I was also like metagaming a little. I was thinking if pet has the ice rod, and I would assume that Telethar would have checked pet a
Mhm.
bit earlier, and he would have been done probably.
Fair
Um,
enough. Yeah, I do want to call you out both out for a second for not full clearing Mire when you're there. If the ice rod had been in Misery Mire, I was gonna be really upset at you guys.
I had 0 keys. It wasn't gonna be
Yeah.
Until-
until the small keys start showing up. But yeah, I mean, I understand the skip. Just if it'd been there, and we could have finished, quite a bit earlier. Of course, if it'd been there, who knows? Hopefully, you would have both gotten it. Like both skip, get it is much better than from a race standpoint than one of
Yeah.
you gets it there, and then we're waiting on the other player to the last location that spot.
That's the only chest I didn't open. Or
Sounds
look
about
at least. As
Yeah.
that was my 215th check. Where that was right after right after Helma was going to be Meyer as my
Mhm.
last thing.
Yep.
And then I was going
think
to
that's
forfeit.
yeah. That was what we did.
Because-
Because you didn't know what else there was.
There was nothing else in my. I would have went and checked empty entrances.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually my left side Maya was also one thing I metagame, because I think most of the people who run cross keys actually just check the left side while they are there. I usually, as Telethar also said, if I have like 0 keys or maybe just even 1 key, I tend to skip it because it's like cutscene chest is a long check and it has
It is
high
long.
logical requirements, and you don't know how deep the Maya keys are in the seed.
Mm.
I mean, at that point, it was still pretty early in the seed and there was still a lot missing, so
Yep.
if you knew early that like just an ice rod is going to be a go mode item, then obviously you're going to just grab those checks, but at that point in time there was like so much open still.
Yeah, I'm not even sure we knew that Turtle Rock was a crystal at that point.
Yeah,
You both
that's true.
had, you both had a interesting, the Turtle Rock entrance the way they were with the front of Turtle Rock and the Laser Grid both not accessible, which was kind of a not fun piece of the puzzle. But you both full cleared it outside of the ice rod, and Ramon in particular, I like the way you routed it because because you went down and then had the ice rod shown up at the top, you had an opportunity to mirror right back to the laser bridge. And of course, it didn't work out, but can't
Yes,
have
that was-
everything right.
I didn't actually think about that. It was more like, okay, first it was more like I'm gonna go to Laser Bridge first, because if the ice rod is there, I can just like do top to bottom Turtle Rock after Trinex.
Mhm.
And after it wasn't there and was like locked out at the location, I was like, okay, I'm gonna I activated the flute, but then I thought, wait, it's probably faster to just backtrack through all of TR to get the front checks instead of like going to the pyramid again, because without the glove, it's getting to the pyramid was a little
Yeah.
a little out of the way. So then I just like in a flash, basically, I just thought, hey, why not just go back up? And yeah.
Yeah,
So didn't
I
even-
thought you would have mirrored back to the TR right, but the fact that you just walked back in and said, "Oh yeah, well now he can mirror back to the laser bridge if he gets the ice rod." Would have worked out nicely if the ice rod had been there, but of course the game had other ideas.
For me, I had mitts and flute, and it's so easy to get to the left Turok left. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go to the front and then go to the back. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for you by the time because
I knew they were both
TR
connectors
left
at that
yeah.
point, or
Yeah,
both
you-
like must connect exits. So
Yep. So that worked out well for you. All right, so we get a game 4. Who do we have playing game 4 for each of you? Or is this to be determined? We're gonna get a rematch, Gamma GGW rematch, or
I think it's a rematch. I don't think
Possibly,
it's locked in on either side, but that's what I think we're doing.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It will definitely be a fun one to watch. Two fun runners. Gosh, I can't even say that straight. But I'll definitely be looking out for that one. All right. Anything else either one of you wants to add before we close this out?
I just want to say thanks for setting up the restream. Thanks to everybody who was involved with doing this restream, and thanks to Telethar also. You almost got me because I got kind of burned by that glove. That was unlucky, but then I got a bit lucky again in the end by like doing Helma a bit earlier than some other checks I still had open. So
Yeah, GG's, dude, and
GGs.
likewise, thank you everyone.
All right. There are currently no races on the schedule for Invitational. Both sides of the bracket need to schedule their game 4. Both sides are 2 games to 1. The other
But
one.
we do have an open race later tonight.
Yeah, I was about to get to that.
Sorry.
We actually have 3. At this point, we just read all the ones on the schedule. There is the open race tonight over on SpeedGaming 2 at 8 o'clock. We have Akai versus Amish Paradise playing Swordless. That'll be Tony T. Young versus Zero Nix. On Friday at 10:10, let me look up this team to make sure I have this right. It looks like, Kabui Key Hundo Activists versus Farm Friends. That'll be CJ versus, that is some Retrance action. I believe CJ and W. Garrison are the Kabui Key side, and Winfox and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna are on the, let me double check that. Yep, and Winfox and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna on the Farm Friends side of things. And then on Saturday, at the bright and early morning, for those of you in Europe, this will be a good time to have breakfast. For those of us in the US, might not be awake for this one. 5 a.m. we have, let me get those teams correct. That is Great Name Pending versus Spoiler Luck. Great Name Pending will be represented by Brev and Top Life, and Spoiler Luck will be represented by Asora and Buddhist Man. That'll also be the co-op reference. So a couple of game 5s and maybe a third game 5. But certainly at least a game 4 on the schedule on the open side. But keep an eye out for the invitational schedule, as I'm sure both game 4s will be in. Will get scheduled relatively soon.
Yeah, big thanks to both of our runners today. They put up a fantastic show for us in this unusual ice rod hunt that don't get here that often in Cross Keys. Thank you to our tracker, Slowpoke, for keeping us in check and keeping all of those items tracked. It is not easy alone, I know that feeling. And big thanks to Tracy M for coming with me. It was lovely today.
Yeah, we got to do 2 in a row. These nice European daytime times that I like to do are always fun. Also love to do a good cross key seed. So yeah, it was absolutely a pleasure. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. Keep an eye on that schedule. We'll see you at the open race tonight, and we'll see you at the next one.